Australia was burning. The wildfires of 2019 and 2020 swept across the country's bushland with a fury that felt unstoppable. Over 46 million acres of land destroyed, homes, habitats, and dreams reduced to ashes. But amidst the devastation, there was one story that moved the world, one furry, wide-eyed victim we all couldn't stop thinking about, the koala. Their soft cries pierced through the smoke-filled air as they clung desperately to the branches of their scorched eucalyptus trees. The image of a burned koala looking up at its rescuer with singed fur and fear in its eyes is one that none of us will forget. But let me tell you about the heroes, the ones who risked everything to save them. As the fires roared around them, brave rescue teams, volunteers, local wildlife caretakers, and firefighters alike plunged into danger without hesitation. Wearing masks to fight off the ash, dragging cages, blankets, and water across scorched terrain, they followed faint cries through the chaos. Every rescue was a race against time. Koalas were found clinging to charred trees, dazed and barely moving. Every step taken through the burning land felt like walking on fire itself, but these heroes didn't stop, not even once. For some, the rescues came down to sheer ingenuity and determination. Take the story of Jules, a wildlife rescuer from Sydney. Using only a damp towel and a borrowed fire helmet, she climbed into a smouldering grove to save a mother koala and her Joey. Her hands were blistered, her voice hoarse from shouting directions to her teammate below. But when she carried those two koalas out of the flames, she collapsed in relief. That single rescue took over 3 hours, but it was worth every second. That mother and Joey, today they're safe in a sanctuary, alive, together. The most heartbreaking part came after the rescues. The wounded koalas were rushed to wildlife hospitals and makeshift triage centers set up specifically for fire victims. Here, veterinarians worked tirelessly to treat burns, bandage paws, and alleviate trauma. Koalas are fragile creatures, and seeing them in pain is something that sticks with you. Bottles of formula were given to orphaned Joeys, while soothing ointment cooled inflamed fur and cracked skin. Every chirp they made, a soft, helpless sound, was a reminder of just how important this mission was, and somehow, against all odds, hope started to grow. Koalas began recovering. Bruce, a little Joey who lost his mother, was adopted by a wildlife carer and now serves as an ambassador for fire recovery projects. Misty, a koala who had suffered burns on over 50% of her body, not only regained her health, but also inspired donations from thousands around the world. Many others were brought to sanctuaries, safe havens where they could heal and thrive. Wildlife warriors dedicated their lives to nurturing them, ensuring their resilience wasn't just a story, but a reality. Perhaps the most heartwarming part of this entire tragedy was seeing people come together. Donations poured in from across the globe. Volunteers packed hundreds of pounds of eucalyptus leaves to send to sanctuaries. Children wrote letters to wildlife carers, attaching drawings of koalas with hearts around them. Every rescue story posted online drew thousands of comments, encouragement, gratitude, and pledges to help. It reminded us all of the power of collective compassion. Today, though the scars of those fires remain, the koala populations affected by that tragedy are finding their way back. The road to recovery is long, but it's paved with unwavering love and care. So, what can you do? For those of us moved by the bravery of the rescuers or touched by the resilience of the koalas, there are ways to help. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or your own story about how wildlife has inspired you. Let's keep this conversation alive. Support organizations like Wires or local sanctuaries dedicated to wildfire recovery. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Animal Affection Hub, where stories of love and rescue remind us of the beauty in every creature's survival. Because sometimes the smallest lives show us the biggest courage. The koalas reminded us of that. Let's never forget.